It's already December, which means we're very late on going over all of the books we read in November. So today we're going to not only go over our November wrap up, but we're also going to be going over all the books we want to read in December.
I think November was a pretty weak month for me, both like quantity and quality wise. I don't know if I'm back in my slump now or what's happening, but let's just go ahead and get into it. The first one I have is The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. This one I was very excited for because the Netflix adaptation came out and the trailer was like very intriguing to me, and this was a book that had been sitting on my shelf for forever. I was thinking it's going to be one of those hidden gems or something, but no, I was so bored like most of the time. And in one of our vlogs in the month too, I said I was like almost halfway done and it felt like nothing was really happening. Once we finally got to like a big reveal, I didn't even care. Like, I'm over it, I'm done, let's move on. I think I gave it like a 3.5 star. At this point, I don't know if I even want to watch the adaptation. So if you have watched the adaptation or read this book, let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know if it's worth watching the movie.
The first book I started at the end of October but finished in November, and it is Blood in the Water by Tiffany D. Jackson. This book was actually gifted to me by Lydia, so thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. This is actually a middle grade book. It's about a 12-year-old girl named Kaylani. She spends the summer at Martha's Vineyard with a really wealthy family, and she ends up getting caught up in this local teen mystery. I really enjoyed it. I was a little bit worried, not worried, but interested to see how a middle grade book would read since I love YA so much. And I honestly didn't really notice a difference. Middle grade is just for a younger audience than young adult, so I didn't know if there was going to be like a lot of foreshadowing or a lot of hand-holding. I really didn't experience any of that. I thought it was such a well-written book. Highly recommend. I ended up giving it 4 stars.
I also read one that Lydia gifted to me. It is Road Trip with a Vampire by Jenna Levine. This was one of my most anticipated releases because I absolutely loved all of the books in this vampire series, and this was actually the completion of the series. It's so cute. We got a vampire, we got a witch, they're on a road trip, and I actually was able to read this when we were on our road trip to New Orleans, so that just kind of added to it. This one was really cute, and it was fun hearing about some of the past characters. I gave this one 3.5 stars.
The next book was my favorite book that I read in November, and it is The Lost Story by Meg Schaffer. A lot of you guys actually said this is one of your favorite books of last year, and I was hoping you guys were right and I was going to feel the same way, and I absolutely did. This story is about 2 boys that go missing when they're younger. They ended up getting lost in the woods. 6 months later, they return, and one of the boys does not remember anything that happened to them. Years later, another child goes missing in the same woods, so they come back together and try to figure out what happened and where she is. This is one of those books where I thought it was the perfect amount of real life and fairy tale. There's some mystery, there's some romance. It was all around such a whimsical, fun read. I really loved this one. I gave it 4.5, which is like a perfect rating in my opinion. I want to read other books by this author, and I'm just really happy I finally got around to reading this one.
We both ended up reading The Mad Wife by Megan Church. This was one of our Aardvark book club picks, and it was surprisingly very good. I don't know why I was kind of worried it was going to be like really slow, but that was not the case at all. I was so intrigued the entire time. This was definitely my favorite book from the month. We're following a housewife in the 1950s. We're seeing her everyday life, and then a new neighbor moves in and things start to get a little bit crazy from there. It was just overall a great story, and I kind of want to see this one be adapted. I gave it 4 stars. Very good. Highly recommend.
I also ended up giving it 4 stars. I didn't know what to expect going into this story, but it ended up being very powerful, which I enjoyed. I also really liked the setting and all of the unsettling feelings throughout the story. It kept me hooked. I also really thought this was a great one. I know it's been super popular right now, so if you've read it, let us know your thoughts about it in the comments. Next book I have is What Kind of Paradise by Janelle Brown, and I really love this one too. In this one, we have a teenager who is raised off the grid with her father, and she begins to question her father and their isolation. This is another one I didn't expect to love as much as I did, and it was not even on my November TBR. It was just something that I felt like I wanted to read right now, and I'm so happy I did. I was intrigued from the start. I was glued to the page the whole time. Absolutely loved it. I gave it 4 stars.
Another one I have is Witchy Wood by Leah Amador. This was another Aardvark book club pick. I wanted to read it now because I felt like there's still time for spooky season because I didn't get around to it in October. It was a cute witchy rom-com. I think there was a lot of like cheesy moments, but I mean, it was to be expected. I gave it a 3.5. Overall, it was a solid read, and I'm glad I got to it this year.
I too read a book that I thought went well with spooky season, but I didn't get to read it in October, and it was Blood on Her Tongue by Johanna Van Veen. This one, I don't know how to feel about it, because while I did enjoy it, it took me like over 2 weeks to read, which is not normal for me. I don't know what about this book made me want to keep putting it down. It just took forever for me to read it. This is like a gothic horror about two twin sisters. One of them falls ill, so the other one comes home to take care of her. There's like a strange madness within her sister that they're trying to figure out, and I thought it was really interesting. I do think it was like pretty graphic with its descriptions. I guess that's why it's horror and that's where that aspect comes in. But there was a lot of like gross descriptions, which I wasn't expecting. I don't know if it was the time period maybe that I wasn't clicking with, and that's why I kept putting it down. It was based in the 1800s, and I said when I was reading this in a different vlog that it reminded me of Carrie Maniscalco's Stalking Jack the Ripper, and I feel like that was the same type of setting. So maybe I don't love like gothic historical pieces. I do love a gothic read, but maybe I just like them to be set more in modern time. I don't know, it was still an interesting read. I kind of wish the ending though was a little bit better. I ended up giving this one 3 stars.
Our last one for November is our Literal Besties Book Club book, and it was If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. So good, so cute. I'm so glad we picked that one. The cover is everything. Neither of us own this book yet, but it might be one I have to buy for my shelf. It was just the perfect cozy rom-com for the holidays.
I did really enjoy this one as well. I love a small town setting. It reminds me of Gilmore Girls. I love that all of the neighbors and everyone know each other. There's a bed and breakfast involved. There's like the hot neighbor who is a single dad. And normally I don't love when there's a single dad trope and there's kids involved. I actually really enjoyed the kids in this book. I thought they added a lot. I really liked their characters.
He bakes.
He baked, and I really liked the baking descriptions and everything. While I did love it, I will say like 2/3 of the way into the book, I do think I started to feel the length of it. It was like a little bit dragging in the middle, and I hate when I'm reading a book and I'm like, okay, let's just get together already. Like, we know what's gonna happen. Let's get it going. I think if it was like 100 pages shorter, it would have been perfect. I thought it was still really cute though. There was also 2 random smut scenes, which I feel like were a bit jarring because the whole rest of the book, there was nothing really explicit or anything else going on. So when these 2 scenes hit, it was like, I don't think we necessarily needed it, but it was a really cute, cozy read, and I'm glad we got to read it with the book club. I did end up giving it a 3.5, but everyone seemed to really enjoy it, so I thought it was a good one for November.
No romance book ever needs to be more than 400 pages.
Right.
And that's just the way it is.
Unless there's like a lot of stuff going on, I agree.
Right.
Like for a small town and we kind of already know what's gonna happen, let's keep going.
So those were all the books that we got to in November. You had a really good month. My month was a little shaky, so we're gonna hope December is better. So let's get into all of our December hopefuls.
Every December I run into the same issue where you would think my TBR would be all of the books that I know I have to read before the year ends, and I never end up doing that. I just pick December books that I feel like are right for the weather. I'm saying that because pretty much all my books are like a winter themed.
When I was picking mine, I was deciding if I wanted it to be some that need to be read before the end of the year, or if I wanted it to be like cozy winter holiday vibes. I think I just went with what I think needs to be read before the end of the year. So since I didn't pick any winter books, I'm so glad that you guys chose Good Spirits by BK Borison as our Literal Besties Book Club book for December, because that'll definitely get me into the holiday spirit. The cover is so cute and I've already heard such good things about it.
We're both really excited to read it. If you're not already a part of our Literal Besties book club, make sure to join. That link will be in the description. We host our book club on the Fable app and it's completely free to join, so make sure to do so. We actually have some exciting news regarding the book club as well. The Fable app has a new sister app called Everand, and it's actually a subscription for audiobooks and ebooks. Just like Fable, Everand is a small company that is built by readers for readers. They offer their audiobooks and ebooks in one subscription for a way better price than some of the other competitors. But what's really cool is they have a 30-day free trial, which means if you sign up for the free trial, you get to read this month's book club for free.
So that free trial link will be in the description, and then we're also hosting a giveaway with them for you guys on the Fable app and our book club. We will have an Everand giveaway chat room. You just comment in there and then one person will win a a free year of reading on Everand. That is so exciting. Such a great opportunity. It's free. Someone will get a whole year of reading with Everand. It's so exciting. So y'all make sure to join and sign up for that free trial if you want to get this month's book club book for free.
Moving on to all the other books we want to read in December, the first book I have here is From Lukov with Love by Mariana Zapata. I have read nothing by this author. She was super popular, I want to say, a couple years back. I don't know if she's put anything out recently, but this was a book that was gifted to me and I've been waiting to read it. I feel like December's the perfect time. I believe it's about ice skating. It sounds really cute. It kind of looks like it's going to be enemies to lovers. We're following Jasmine. It says if she had to describe the last few years of her life with a single word, it would definitely be the 4-letter one. After 17 years and countless broken bones and broken promises, she knows her window to compete in figure skating is coming to a close. But when the offer of a lifetime comes from an arrogant idiot she spent the last decade dreaming about pushing in the way of a moving bus, Jasmine might have to reconsider everything, including Ivan Lukov. Do you know what I want?
What do you want?
I want this book to be everything that The Favorites wasn't.
Come on now. I loved The Favorites.
I know it was a huge book. That book made me so angry, and maybe it was supposed to. It invoked a lot of feelings for me. It just wasn't what I was looking for, and I hope this one is. We just said a romance book didn't need to be longer than 400 pages, and this one's 531. Whew. So I'll see if I still feel the same way about that after reading this one. I'm super excited though. I want to see what this author's about.
One that I can't believe I haven't read yet, it has to be read immediately, is Rewind It Back by Liz Tomford. I just placed an order for this on Black Friday. I've been trying to be good about not buying a lot of my anticipated releases, but this is one that I've just been waiting for a sale to come. Now I am ready to get into it. I could easily say the Windy City series is my favorite romance series, and I know the main guy character in this, his name is Rio. We have been waiting for his book for a while. I don't really know anything about the girl he's gonna be with though, so I'm excited to be surprised and see what's gonna happen there. Every book that I read in this series, like the next one, is my favorite. It just gets better and better, so I'm really excited about this one.
Since I just talked about loving The Lost Story by Meg Schaffer, I also have The Wishing Game by her. This one came out a while back. It says Book of the Year finalist for 2023. I don't know how it have taken so long to pick it up, but now I have high expectations since I loved The Lost Story. I remember this one is kind of lightly inspired by like Willy Wonka and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but I like that it's reimagined. So it says years ago, a reclusive mega bestseller author quit writing under mysterious circumstances. Suddenly he resurfaces with a brand new book and a one-of-a-kind competition offering a prize that will change the winner's life. I like that it's an author instead of like a chocolatier. I am so excited. I have an unhealthy obsession with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I love that movie. So if this even has like a tiny bit of resemblance to that, or in the way that it feels, I'm gonna love it.
I picked this one because my Libby audiobook is ready and I would love to immersive read this one. This one is The Other Side of Now by Paige Harbison. I've been waiting for that Libby book to be ready. This is gonna be so sad, actually. So we're following Meg Bryan, who's Hollywood's latest heartthrob. It appears she has everything she's ever wanted, but underneath her happiness is as fake as her stage name, Lana Lord. She books an impromptu trip to Ireland, specifically to the village to where she and her late best friend Amy always dreamed of moving. When Meg arrives, the people in town don't just recognize her, they seem to know her. She quickly realizes she has somehow slipped into an alternate reality, one where she did move to Ireland as a teenager, one where she never got famous, and most shocking of all, one where Amy is alive and well. Stop right now because I will start crying.
I hope she doesn't have to go back.
I know. Or like she could choose. You know, like you can go back and forth or something.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Sounds so good. I'm ready to start crying.
Next book I also got from Book of the Month years ago and have yet to read, but I have to this December, and it is The Kingdom of Sweets by Erica Johansson. The top says novel of the Nutcracker, and the Nutcracker is also a story that I've just grown up watching. It says reimagining of the Nutcracker tells the tale of twin sisters divided by envy and magic. Light and dark, this is the cursed birthright placed upon Clara and Natasha by their godfather. Charming Clara is the favorite, grows into a life of beauty and ease, while Natasha is relegated to her sister's shadow, ignored and unloved. That is messed up. That's messed up. Natasha discovers the Sugar Plum Fairy, who offers her own wondrous gifts and showing bargains. As Natasha uncovers the truth about the dark destiny crafted long before her birth, she must reckon with forces both earthly and magical, human and diabolical, and decide which world she truly belongs. This sounds very good. I'm so excited. This might be like one of the first books I read in December. I don't remember hearing things about it though. Like I don't know what the majority is saying, but this did come out 2 years ago. So I'm just really late.
A new release that I want to read is The Place Where They Buried Your Heart by Christina Henry. We just hauled this one and something about it, like I keep thinking about it. I don't know if it's because like we're watching Stranger Things right now and it's about like kids, you know, going somewhere that they probably shouldn't be going to. In this one, there's a house that the parents tell the children to stay away from, but of course children don't listen. Unlike all the other kids who went inside that abandoned house, Paul didn't return. His two friends, Jake and Richie, said that the house ate Paul, but of course adults don't believe that. Adults never believe what kids say. So now it's years later and Paul's sister still lives in that neighborhood and she has a child of her own. So we're gonna see what happens with that. I think it sounds really good. I have a feeling this is gonna be like a 4 to 5 star read because I'm already very intrigued.
Next book is another one I cannot believe I haven't read yet. Truly cannot believe, because I read Blackout earlier this year, I think, and absolutely loved it. That one took place in the summer. This one is the same authors. It's a collection of stories written by different authors, but this one takes place in the winter. A snowstorm hits Atlanta. The city grinds to a halt. A group of teens band together to help a friend pull off the most epic apology of her life, but will they be able to make it happen in spite of the storm? So we're going to be following a bunch of different people. It says it's another novel of Black teen love, each relationship as unique and sparkling as southern snowflakes. I really loved Blackout. I don't remember if I gave it 5 stars, but I definitely should have. I love that it's all short stories, but they're all interwoven and connected, so this is another one I'm extremely excited for.
One that I'm currently reading, since we're filming this a little bit later in December, is Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey. This was so hyped, and I think already I'm like not loving it. It's really slow, and it's one of those where like the writing is so beautiful, but it's like I want something that's like to the point and is gonna keep me like addicted to the story and to the characters, and it's just I'm not getting that right now. And I hate to say that because I have not seen anyone say anything negative about this book, but it's just really slow so far. So I'm hoping things change, I'm hoping things pick up, but right now I'm just not loving it.
A book I just convinced Amanda to read with me this month is 8 Perfect Hours by Leah Lewis. I don't want to say we've had this forever because I've been saying that about my last 5 books, but we have had this for a couple years now. It says perfect strangers Noelle and Sam meet by chance during a blizzard and spend one perfect evening together. They think they'll never see each other again, but fate seems to have other plans. I'm obsessed with this. I'm obsessed with this idea. I hope it's not too Hallmarky. The idea that they spend like 8 perfect hours together and then think they're never gonna see each other again and then do, I'm taking that as fate.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, okay, so we're supposed to get married
Exactly.
then.
Another one that we both want to read is Jack Frost by Debbie McComber. It is a cute little holiday novella that we got at a Books Thrift a while ago, and look how short it is. I mean, we have to knock this out.
I want to read it like on Christmas, I think.
Yeah, that would be so cute. Is it like the
I
Jack
don't know what
Frost?
it's about. I have no idea.
With the rest of her family on a cruise, Lindsay will be spending her first Christmas alone, so she volunteers to plan an especially festive holiday party for her company. Her co-workers are grateful except for tall, quiet Jack Taylor. Jack has always been a loner, but something about Christmas puts him in an unusually foul mood. As Lindsay cleans up and Jack looks for lost keys, they are the last ones in the building, then the power goes out, the locks malfunction, and Lindsay and Jack are stuck together with no rescue in sight.
I'm obsessed. It's giving that one episode of Friends where Chandler is stuck
in the bank or whatever.
Yeah, with that girl. It's gonna be cute, I think.
Yes, that's so cute.
I don't know why I'm getting into like all the snowy books. Maybe because we don't get snow here, like I want to live vicariously. But I'm so excited for a lot of these books.
Those are all of the books that we want to read in December. We cannot believe that December is here. It's crazy every single time we start a new month. You guys know we're always so shocked by how fast time is moving. But we love Christmas and we love this time of year because we get to go over all of the books we read in the second half of the year, as well as our 25 favorites of 2025, our 25 worst books of 2025. So we got some fun videos coming out soon.
Make sure to keep an eye out for all of those things. But other than that, let us know what books you guys plan to read in December. Let us know some of your favorites from November. And we're ready to get into the holiday spirit. That's pretty much it for today's video. Reminder to check out all those links we talked about in the description. If you're not already part of our book club, make sure to join. You can get that book for free this month. And you could possibly win a whole free year of Everand, which would be really cool. Aside from that, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you guys very soon.